Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are absolutely unpacking the foundations of strategic market targeting and retail positioning. We're going to dive into exactly how businesses take a product from, just a rough idea in a boardroom, all the way to landing it directly in front of the absolute perfect customer.
Have you ever wondered how stores seem to know exactly what you're going to buy before you even walk through the doors? Seriously, imagine you're launching a brand new product. How do you sift through the massive, totally unstructured global market to find the exact people who actually want what you're selling? It's incredibly daunting. You can't just shout into the void and hope the right people magically hear you. You need a solid method to cut through all that noise, categorize the chaos, and pinpoint your exact audience.
To solve this massive challenge, retailers take a macro to micro journey through a strategic funnel consisting of 3 clear steps. Number 1, market segmentation. Number 2, strategic targeting. And number 3, retail positioning. Let's jump right into the top of that funnel with step 1, defining market segmentation.
Now, this first step really demands precision. Businesses have to start by identifying the specific basis for segmentation. You're not just dividing people up randomly here. You're looking for the foundational criteria, the bases, that naturally separate consumers from one another. Once you have those, the next big requirement is determining the important characteristics of each resulting market segment. Basically, what defines them. What makes this specific group totally unique compared to the rest of the market?
You can kind of visualize this like slicing up a massive pie. The entire pie? Well, that's the global, completely unstructured market. But each individual slice represents a unique market segment, categorized entirely by its own distinct and important characteristics. By doing it this way, you've taken this overwhelming giant entity and broken it down into manageable, clearly defined groups that you can actually study and understand.
Once we've got our slices, we move down the funnel to step 2, strategic segment targeting.
Now, as you might guess, not all slices of that pie are created equal. In strategic targeting, you really have to critically evaluate each individual segment by closely looking at 2 distinct criteria. First up, you evaluate the segment's raw potential. Is it big? Is it growing? But here's the thing, potential alone just isn't enough. You have to weigh that potential against its commercial attractiveness. A segment might have huge potential, sure, but if it's way too expensive to reach, or if it's already completely saturated with competitors, well, its commercial attractiveness drops fast. It is a really delicate balancing act between what's possible and what's actually profitable.
So after rigorously evaluating both the potential and the commercial attractiveness of these different slices, the strategist hits a crossroads. They have to make the crucial decision to select one or more of these segments to actively pursue. You simply can't target everyone. You have to commit. This selection dictates exactly where all the time, energy, and resources of the retail campaign are going to go moving forward.
Having narrowed our focus, we zoom all the way in for step 3, retail product positioning.
To complete this journey, retailers follow a sort of final actions checklist. First, they lock in those selected segments based on the commercial attractiveness we just talked about. Next, they gather insights and learn specific tips for development that are needed to appeal directly to that chosen slice of the pie. And finally, they use those very insights to meticulously develop the specific details of their product positioning for the retailing environment. This means tailoring exactly how the product is presented, how it's priced, and how it's promoted so it perfectly aligns with the important characteristics of that targeted segment.
It really is a beautifully logical flow, isn't it? Going from a massive global market all the way down to a specific product sitting right there on a retail shelf. As we wrap up this explainer on the foundational retail strategy funnel, it leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought to ponder. The next time you shop, whether you're scrolling online or walking down a physical aisle, take a close look at the products around you. How are you currently being targeted and positioned to in your own retail experiences? Which specific slice of the pie did a retail strategist somewhere decide that you belong in? Thanks for exploring this with me today, and hey, keep your eyes open out there.